Good morning and welcome to maybe the second to last day of cotton planting for me. Maybe that's not right. Depending on the stuff that I had to miss because of being too wet. I don't know when that'll be ready. Maybe it'll be ready by the time I finish all the rest of it, but I just spread out a load of chemical, mostly around, finished my parents' house around this farm. And then in the wheat up there, it's getting pretty rough just because it was skippy, didn't come up great, so the weeds filled in the spots. So I'm gonna get a couple things greased on the tractor and the planter, basically just the planter, and get this field for sure knocked out today and then move to the last one. Sometimes the GPS has a hard time waking up. That was today. It was, I don't know what it was doing, but finally got on my zero line. That was straight goofy. All right, grease time. Oh, I forgot to throw that away. Before I forget, because that could happen, I got the fan on already. I'm gonna go ahead and prime the wheels. Looking for seed to drop, just like that. Make sure they all got a little bit. And also, before I forget, I need to check the pressure of one of those drive tires in the planter. I got them all aired up in the barn, and then by the time I got to actually get it out of the barn and plant, it had dropped a lot of pressure. So I need a new gauge. This spring-loaded one is busted for some reason. I don't know, I should just throw it away. And this one is not spring-loaded, which I don't like, but I don't think it's a true Milton. I think it's a cheapo. It just feels light. So, all right, I believe it was this one over here. Should be 40 pounds in here. I'd say that's low. How about that? Definitely need to get some air in this tire. Let's check this one. $40. Okay, my gauge works. This tire is good. I need to get air in that, and then after the season I need to take it off and maybe just get a new one, because that's no good. Next and last thing is to grease this drive line. Right here. This turns all day, and we use a different grease in here, a moly grease that's more for metal on metal type things. This coupler slides back and forth, allows flex, so you connect two rigid shafts together, you need this kind of coupler right here. So make sure my roll pin's still there on both sides. All right, one more on the other side. Well, good on seed for now. Greased, aired up. Now I got a plan. I bet last night we stopped. It was getting a little, I thought it was looking dry, but it was dark and I couldn't tell. So I may have to lower the planter some. We'll soon find out. All right. Look at my parallel arms. They look decent. A little, well, pretty decent. But this is what I was getting last night. There's moisture under there and it's pretty good, but it's dry on top. And as the day goes, it's gonna get drier. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go down just a hair on the row cleaners, just so I can know for sure. Some may say that's perfect. A little dry dirt on top. Again, it's gonna get, as the day goes on, my seed box gets lighter and the wind dries out the soil and it goes down also. So I don't want to take any chances. And I dropped it down just a little bit more on the row cleaners and it's doing a lot better job, I think. So I'll keep going a little bit. I may need to lower the whole toolbar down a little if it looks like my spring pressure is not enough, but I think this looks pretty good. It's time for seed. It's planting really good here now as I get to the end of this corner of this field. I think I remember when I was strip tilling, I can't remember if it was the first or second pass. It was like the track lines were off. You know, like kind of last year when I had the solar flares and it messed up my track lines. I was driving, all of a sudden it seemed like I wasn't staying on the right, directly where I needed to be. So I did a recalibration and that seemed to fix it. And so kind of through here, some spots it looked a little dry on top. It was still in good moisture, but the top didn't look as good. And I think it was because I was planting kind of on the side of the row of the bed. At least that's my guess. Now that I'm further east here, it's planting it looks a little more wet on top, but also it's the low, although there's not much slope to this land, but obviously it runs along here, but it kind of probably should be wet there, more wet there anyways. So I don't know. It's planting good. I gotta walk to get seed now. A lot of repetition here in planting, so filled up. I'll have Emily come with the Denton. They'll move my truck in the next 2 or 3 hours. Finish this up and I'll get over there and start planting before I'll need seed again. Got that field finished. On to the next one, just right over there. Well, this field, it's a mess. I need to get over here and spray. The weed's a mess, just part of it, and they got water real wet still. So I won't be able to get this all planted for a while either. I don't know how long, but there's only so much I can get done in a day. I guess I'll I hate that. That's just looks terrible. Not what you want to see in your wheat field, but I don't want to spend the money on an airplane either. So I guess tomorrow morning I'll spray another load somewhere here, I guess. Somewhere, but for sure here. And if I'll spray all of it, I don't know. There's a pretty good chunk of this I'm not going to be able to plant. So it's time to go. Just gotta go. Figure it out. Did I tell you that I had all these fields clean before the rain? Well, found some more straw, and I'm pretty sure I've locked up at least 2 discs. One right there, and the outside one over there. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go play in the mud some. I had three gauge wheels locked up. It was not as bad as where I was doing it last. So the mud just different here. It's just the ground is more mellow, so it's not as slimy. At least what I got into just now. So there's gonna be some spots I'm just gonna have to pick up and come back here. And what I really don't want to have to do is to go back over there and to the barn area to plant that, and then come back here and do some, and then go back. You know, it'd be nice if it could all this would be ready, and then all of that would be ready, but it may not work out that way because there's just gonna be some spots I can't get to. Well, I'm going along here. I was going to show you what I've not the glare. There's my map of what I've gotten done and what I've had to skip. So all that's underwater or under mud at the moment. I just made, this was my first through I was able to make all the way down without picking up. So, and it's weedy. I'll get to it sometime. So I'm gonna make another round, and then I'm gonna fill up with seed and probably call it on planting for the night. I need to do a couple other things, get some chemicals switched around on the nurse trailer, move some grain around, different things. You know, all this, I was ready for everything, and I was. The planter was ready. Everything was good to go. The fields were clean, and so then all of a sudden, need to spray, need to plant, need to fix some water washes. Didn't have time for that. Need to move some grain stuff around. No time for that. But anyways, today's the 19th. I've got tomorrow to get this field finished. I shouldn't have a problem. I'm at 40, almost 50 acres, so that'll be no problem to get this last 100 acres done tomorrow. I'll probably spray another load in the morning while the wind's down, get this done, and then just wait for the wet spots to dry and try to get those spotted in whenever I can. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. It's been a good day. The planting season has gone pretty good, except for there was that one day when I was digging out mud all day. That was no fun, but it's gone well. I've made good time. Equipment has held up. It's dried out. I'm not having to work hard to get the moisture, So super thankful for that. Cotton's had a good start. And so today is, I'm trying to think when I started, Friday. So it's been 6 days since I planted my first farm. That stuff should be up and looking good down the road. I'm excited to get over there and see that. When? I don't know, but not today. Probably not tomorrow, but soon I'll get over there and take a look at all that. Sorry, there was some straw right there. Oh, maybe I've locked down. Yep. Fitting way to end this video. I'm gonna go clean up some mud. I'll get to the cotton. I'll show you that at some point. I'm just gonna keep farming. You keep watching. Thanks for watching. If you're gonna farm it.